Since the 1920s, Coca-Cola became a beloved drink across the United States. But its international presence was still limited. It was the time when the world was on the margin of chaos. Nations were preparing for the conflict. World War II was to appear shortly, and the beloved national drink was standing at the crossroads. So, let's take a look at may the World War provide an unexpected opportunity to expand the beverage to grow, or may the brand lost its unique identity during that time. In 1941, when the U.S. entered into the war, President Franklin D. Roosevelt also wanted to support morale-boosting efforts for American soldiers. He is the symbol of American culture and wants to make all the comforts for its military soldiers who had fought for their country at the border. The refreshing drink, with its refreshing taste and American values, fits the bill perfectly. In this regard, Robert Woodruff, the president of the Coca-Cola Company, made a bold decision. He saw an opportunity to align the beverage's identity with American pride and resilience. Here, the company began its partnership with USO United Services Organization. The company guarantees that every soldier in the military field can get the beverage for just 5 cents, where the bottling plants could be set up. They also committed to building 64 bottling plants worldwide and worked hard to provide both the military, who served the country, and the people at home who supported the efforts of war. This commitment was not complete without challenge, as the government at that time rationing the use of sugar across the country. However, only the leader beverage company was specifically allowed to use sugar for the military. So the refreshing drink had an exciting opportunity to expand its global presence, while other competitors had to struggle due to the strict limitations of the government. Through this bold decision, the company made it clear that they were at the service nation members who live far away from their homes. The president of the company, to fulfill his promise, directs the team of Coke to lay the preparations for the expansion of bottling sites, specifically around military installations, such as Camp Pendleton, California, and Fort Benning, Georgia. Wherever the USO set up a center, there was Coca-Cola, too, ensuring soldiers enjoyed a moment of refreshment in the middle of chaos. So, this partnership became the lifeline for them, making their lives just a little easier during one of the most challenging times in history. Each bottle was filled with emotional support, reminding the symbol of home and a life waiting for the soldiers. When they returned home, as the leading beverage's reputation grew on the battlefield, its role expanded beyond boosting confidence to strategic deployments. In 1943, General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the commander of the Mediterranean Theater for Allied Forces, requested 3 million soft drink bottles to be sent to North Africa. He also requested to build 10 more bottling plants. Once the plants were built, the company sent employees overseas to manage and maintain their commitment. These employees did travel with the military and held the rank of technical observer to help the Army move around easily. These employees also had their nicknames and were known as Coca-Cola Colonels. Coke had always been available to the military, but as the U.S. Army efforts grew, so did the need to give soldiers a taste of home. Coke was so important that the mission of the company wasn't affected by the same sugar rationing as the public. However, the refreshing drink could not meet all the needs on its own. So the company also produced branded merchandise and materials to support the USO efforts. They also manufacture specially branded sewing kits, each one for the different military branches: the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Corps. They were the primary branches of the military of the United States during World War II. The refreshing drink became the symbol of home for the soldiers. Most of the bottling plants were set up in North Africa and Europe, with a large operation in the Philippines. But it didn't mean that soldiers in the Pacific Theater could go without their favorite beverage. To meet the challenges of the Pacific, the company has established a jungle dispenser. Not a normal dispenser. It was a special dispenser that made the drink cool while using minimal ice. It ensures that soldiers can still enjoy a cold drink even on hot days or tropical conditions. So the innovative strategy helps to bring home taste to the front lines. Didn't matter where the soldiers were stationed. However, everything was not as straightforward as it seemed from the front. While the company succeeded in American and among the U.S. troops, it faced challenges in countries occupied by Axis powers. In Nazi Germany, the trade center cut off the supplies of Coke from the United States. Boom. No one could predict that would happen. But did the company stop operating in Germany? Note Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola's German operation, developed a fruitful strategy to handle the situation. Keith and his team made a new beverage by using the local ingredients available in Germany during wartime. They developed Fanta from available ingredients, such as whey and apple fiber, etc., due to wartime shortages. So the new product also allowed for the leading drink to operate in Germany, despite the trade restrictions. The beverage company also launched a magazine which is known as the Red Barrel. This magazine was designed to keep American soldiers connected to their homes while they were protecting the borders of the country. It provides a combination of news, entertainment, and stories that help to boost their confidence and offer a sense of comfort. The articles and updates of this publication allow soldiers to stay informed about what was happening back home and feel more connected to their loved ones, making it an important source of support during the most challenging times. Even after the war ended, the company ensured that the soft drink was available to occupation forces. Between 1943 and 1949, the service members in the field drank over 5 billion Cokes other than those who consumed back home. In late 1947, President Harry Truman ended the USO wartime duties, including providing entertainment, support, and comfort items to military men to boost their confidence during hardships and convert into peacetime operations. They stated that the organization had fulfilled its commitment and discharged its responsibility with great distinction. As the World War II had faded into history and the U.S. economy experienced a post-war boom, some Americans expected the country to be fighting overseas again in the 1950s. However, with the outbreak of the Korean War, it became clear that the USO was needed. So once again, Coca-Cola was on the front line to help the organization and support soldiers. However, this time, the company would focus more on war rather than providing products like games, soft drinks, and other items. Overall, from 1940 to the 1960s, the beverage leader successfully built or partnered with bottling plants in multiple companies. The company was not only involved in boosting the confidence of military forces, but also laid down the foundation for becoming the symbol of international refreshment. Most of the overseas bottling plants continued to operate even after the war ended and built emotional connections with the overseas people. By the end of World War II, Coca-Cola had transformed from a primarily domestic brand into an international powerhouse with multiple bottling plants established around the globe. The company's wartime efforts in the face of entertainment, food, and support would excessively pay off the product's brand after the World War or even in the future. The partnership with the USO proved to be a great decision for the company, as it shows the potential contribution of the beverage during the hardest time of the globe. Through this crucial step, the brand builds strong connections with people across borders, as the people can see how the brand is loyal and genuine to its people even across borders. The president didn't think that these efforts laid the groundwork for its future expansion into Europe and beyond. We can say that the leader beverage company made the most of its opportunity to serve the military and its people and made a strong presence worldwide. Later, the director of the leading drink community of marketing, Erica Von Highland-Strader, highlighted the annual care package project that the company's employees participate in around Veterans Days. She played a key role in strengthening the Coke USO partnership through multiple campaigns and engagement opportunities each year. After World War II, the refreshing drink appeared more than an American beverage. It had become a symbol of hope, home, and hope for a brighter future. Robert Woodruff, the president, had taken the ambitious decision to provide Coke to every soldier around the world. He had no idea if this paid off or emerged as another challenge for the company. His efforts paid off and helped him to build a strong, positive standing for Coke without focusing too much on advertising. However, with the war over, the leading drink has tackled new challenges in a changed world. The company had to cross a complex post-war environment where it was seen not only as a cultural ambassador, but also as a symbol of American influence, sometimes even facing criticism as a corporate ruler. Post-war, the leading drink faced new challenges in the global market as it became a symbol of American influence. Was a big rival competitor waiting for its turn to fade away from soft drinks' global presence? Coca-Cola's wartime success may have won the battle, but did it also set the stage for a rival to rise and challenge its global dominance?